U.S. President Donald Trump has signed off on a bill to release the Epstein files. CBC's Katie Simpson joins us now from Washington. Katie, has been confirmed, but when can we expect these documents to be publicly released?
The clock is now ticking in 30 days. The Department of Justice now legally is required to release documents related to the Epstein sex trafficking investigation to the public. Now, there are some significant exceptions here, and it's super unclear exactly how much will be released. But here's what's happened today. After the House and the Senate passed the Epstein Files Transparency Act, overwhelmingly, just one lawmaker voting against it, it was rushed over to the president's desk today. There was unusual silence from the White House about whether the president was going to follow through on his word and actually sign it, whether it was going to be today, whether there was going to be some sort of ceremony, whether the victims were going to be welcomed into his office. You know, how is this going to go? But it was actually on a post on Truth Social, Donald Trump's social media website. He actually confirmed after hours of silence today, he confirmed that, yes, he has signed the bill. So now it becomes a law. So the next steps are the Department of Justice has 30 days to start preparing and releasing these files. There are some major exceptions, as I mentioned, Ian. One, information about victims and personal details, those are to be redacted or withheld. There's also another major exception, and that is for any documents that could possibly get in the way of an ongoing investigation, that by making them public, it could hurt an active investigation. That is particularly significant because just a few days ago, U.S. President Donald Trump announced that he was ordering new investigations into links between prominent Democrats, including former President Bill Clinton, former Clinton Treasury Secretary Larry Summers, and a billionaire Democrat donor, saying he was going to investigate. He ordered the Department of Justice to investigate those links and those ties. And because of that active investigation, critics have said, could this possibly be a way for the government, for the Trump administration, to not necessarily hand over everything that is in the public interest? Now, this comes after a very long legal fight led particularly by survivors of Jeffrey Epstein's abuse. They held a major news conference on the lawn of the Capitol where they were expecting the bill to pass, and they were really marking this moment as a long overdue victory and a significant step toward transparency. In terms of actual documents and that kind of thing, so we've got the 30-day timeline there. Experts have sort of different ideas of what it could be. More emails, perhaps, notes about government investigations, flight logs, those kinds of things. Some of their survivors are saying that they're hoping some names of the alleged perpetrators are going to be made public as a result of this, and they are hoping for greater accountability if that, and could that possibly mean additional investigations going forward. So it is a significant step that the president has signed this bill. He had fought for months to try to prevent this from ever happening. But as he saw that his party was prepared to defy him, he changed his mind. The bill passed. Now it has been signed into law.
CBC's Katie Simpson in Washington. Always nice having you live on Breaking News. Thank you.